Hey, 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 it's Mark Gassert, Mark's Message. And yes, it is Monday, magnificent Monday that is. Hope everybody had a very successful Monday. Just got back from umpiring two games tonight, but felt compelled to get on here for various reasons. And do you ever feel like before I do all this, I got to give the shout outs, even though it's late, I have to. Yeah, Mark's Message. Where are we from? Peachtree Corners, Georgia. What is it? The peachiest place on the planet. Absolutely. And I've got to give the shout outs to the Grow Live Nation, Grow Live Academy. And with that, emerging sales winners, diehards, and mega minds. So we'll get into it. Objections. I object. You ever think about objections, and what that means, like from a selling perspective? If you deal with objections effectively, we must understand where they come from and what causes them. Then we must understand how to react to them. So, what we're going to cover, oh my goodness. Good evening, Tom Ginn. All right, Tom, thank you. I appreciate that. Here's a guy you need to get to know if you want to talk about finances, mindset, coaching. Tom Ginn, check him out. Guy knows his stuff. But anyway, I digress here a little bit, but let me get back to what I was going to talk about. Essentially, we're talking about objections. So we have a weekly Wednesday workshop here at Sales Concepts, and it'll be at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, and it will cover that infamous topic. Everybody likes to talk about it. So, with that stated, in addition, we're going to talk about 5 basic types of objections, in this 60 minutes of engagement. And this is going to include people from different walks of life, titles, positions. That's what it's kind of cool when you get involved with these. Got another comment up here. All right. Hey, Randy, you know what? I'm going to bring you into the fold too here. My main man, Randy. And guess what? I know how to say the word Chafee. Did I get that right, Randy? Anyway, Randy's a cool dude. And I'm going to be mentioning you later on here in this impromptu quick hitter tonight. So, with all that, when you're talking about, objections, and then you get into why do people buy and answering the question all customers have, what's in it for me? So we're going to talk about a lot of these different things. And we're going to share a 7-step process. I'm not going to reveal everything because for $139, that's right, 60 minutes of pure engagement, thank you, Randy, you will learn how to deal with overcoming objections. Some people have a problem with that, but you want to know the truth of the matter? This is where I'm kind of weird. I love when I hear no. I'll bet you Randy does. I'll bet you Tom does. Because you know what? That means the other person's alive. And that means we're going to now start to have true engagement. And I know my wife thinks I'm weird sometimes when I mention that, but it's the truth. Now you're going to have a real conversation. And you're not just going to be talking like I am to the camera. But with all that, as I mentioned this, it will be, Wednesday, right? The 23rd. And I will give you the website right here that you could go on. Excuse me, that's not it. Right here. And that's not it. Well, anyway, it's right up here. Yeah, there we go. I'm kidding around. Anyway, you can go on our website, salesconcepts.com. And there it is. And you can see all the online workshops we have, and you'll see the one on Wednesday. And I welcome you to give it a shot. For 139 bucks, it's a prime time investment. And like I said, it is content you can take, and I'm not just saying this, take it out into the street and make a few pennies with. Because what we're going to teach you are some real basic things, and some people need that. They need to be reinforced. And like I said, we'll be covering why do people buy, answering the question of all from customers, what's in it for me? Less is more, talk less, ask more. Objections are not rejection, they're a sign of interest. And that's why I thrive on objections because to me, that means, hey, now we're getting ready to have some engagement here and tackle the hardest objection to overcome. We'll even help you put together an outline on that. Methods to deal with objections are evaluated in suggestions. So, those are some of the things we do. So, enough of that. I digress. But while we're talking about that, I'm going to bring this book up, right? Customer Delight 365. And yeah, it's a Brian Monahan production here. This is September 21st. And here's Brian. Ever since I was a child, I had this instinctive urge for expansion and growth. And to me, the function and duty of a quality human being is the sincere and honest development of one's potential. This is a quote from Mr. Bruce Lee. In Brian's take, creating a world class customer experience is as simple as hiring Bruce Lee or people like Bruce Lee. People with an instinctive urge or expansion will always find their way to the high road. Taking the high road in life and in business creates a win win product, service, or experience. It's much easier to hire employees who have the instinct for growth than to develop it. Boy, that is heavy duty stuff. And with that, Randy hopped on here. Randy Chafee. Wednesday, we're going to find out what this old school road warrior has to offer. And we're going to find out some really cool things about Randy. I'm just going to touch a tip of the iceberg. And he is the ultimate relationship builder. That's all I'm going to say. I'll put some content out tomorrow and I'll get a little bit more in depth with Mr. Chafee, what he's all about, what makes him tick. Really looking forward to talking with Randy on Wednesday. I think it's going to be a fun time. So, with this, Mark's message, Peachtree Corners, peachiest place in the planet, giving you a reminder via Sales Concepts. Don't forget to go to the website, salesconcepts.com, check out the workshops, and tomorrow, on Wednesday as well, will be Overcoming Objections. And now look who we have. Tom's back, and he says, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool, cool. Very good. And looking forward to it, my friend. All right. Thank you, Randy. So am I. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But I had to get my plug in here for our weekly Wednesday workshop. Tomorrow I'll be more in depth and I'll probably do this earlier. My apologies for being so late. But hey, I'm wide awake. I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's talk about an objection, right? So, with that, everybody, I'm going to back it on off here and tell you, as always, in Mark's fashion, be a leader, be a friend. Most important of all, be of service. And remember, I'm going to do it, right? I have to do it. I just got back from 2 baseball games. So, as you make your approach in the batter's box, right? Together, if we all keep swinging for the fences, we will do what? Eventually, we will knock it out of the park. And that you can bank on. And with that, as Mr. Ginn says here, as Tom, my man, good night. I am saying I'm out of here. I will catch you tomorrow. We'll get more in depth on overcoming objections and what this particular workshop's going to be all about. And looking forward to it. And say goodnight to Randy and Tom and everybody else that's out there. It's a beautiful thing. I will see you tomorrow and get amped up tonight and prepare yourself for a successful Tuesday. Catch you tomorrow.